prayer for the event.
Let's all rise and give God his dignity with a word of prayer. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity to be before your presence. Ladies and gentlemen who are here have spared their time to come and dine with us. And therefore we invite your presence amidst us. We pray that you may take over the event from the very beginning to the very end. All the people who are still on the way, coming, may you hasten their steps, and may you protect them on the way. Whoever has a presentation today, may it be for the glory of your name, and may it edify our souls. We pray that you may abide with us now and always, for we have prayed, trusting and believing in the mighty name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you. Once again, I'm Dennis, the President for Persons with Disabilities Association at MAST, and I congratulate you all for having made it this event, because we had, from the very start, we had over 160 applications for this cohort, then over 70 attended, and it's us who have made it to the finals. So we bless the Lord for that. So we are going to have welcome remarks from our Deputy Dean of Students, who is going to open the event for us.
The chief guest will arrive anytime, but we can proceed. When he comes, we shall welcome him in his capacity. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I'm happy yet again to be here at this function when we certify our students of sign language today. So I want to welcome you to this function and congratulate you, those of you who have persistently attended and you are here to receive your certificates. Last time, at a similar function last time, I shared my experience with a person who couldn't talk. How this young lady got an accident, she was admitted in hospital, and then they called me to go and intervene, and we couldn't communicate. And when I called the person at the district, the person came and still they couldn't communicate because this young lady had not been in school. So it was very hard to help her because we didn't know what her needs were. We didn't know what she wanted. But technology helped us. We used the radio to put out an announcement, and the mother came. The mother had the announcement, and she came, and the girl was reunited with her family, and she was very happy. Between her and the mother, they could communicate. They had crafted their own language. So what am I trying to say? That it is important to communicate. If you have a person in your circles and you can't communicate, then we've lost it. So we need to be able to communicate with people in the language they can understand. So if it's sign language, I want to applaud you for taking on this initiative and for running the race up to the end. So we can't thank you enough, and I hope the community will benefit. Like we are benefiting now from Nabon. Nabon is now an expert of sign language. I believe we need to applaud him. Thank you so much. I want to thank our instructor, Brian. Thank you so much. You've consistently been present. Your dedication to this cause is amazing. We cannot take it for granted. We cannot pay you enough. Because I know Stella gives you a little something, it cannot be enough. It is so little. Yeah, it is so little. So we hope that at one time, maybe we shall be able to pay you, but we can't pay you enough for the service you're giving. So I want to thank you so much for this dedication and pray that you will keep it up and we shall continue partnering with you and working with you. I want to thank Stella, who has consistently also and persistently coordinated this. And now we are here. We are graduating a third cohort. That's not a simple task. That's not a simple achievement. It is a great achievement. So thank you so much, Stella. I want to thank Anki. Dr. Anki has always been supportive. She's a great advocate for persons with disability. Anki, we thank you so much. And please keep it up. We need you. I want to thank the MAST staff who are here. Some of us are here in capacities because we are members of the committee. We are from the Office of Dean of Students office. Some of us have participated in the training. We applaud all of you. I want to thank our other partners who are not members of staff but have supported this cause. Thank you so much for always being here when we call upon you. As I conclude, I want to wish you well, and I want to encourage you to keep practicing. In my profession, they tell us if you don't practice the skills you learn, you lose them. You forget. So please keep on practicing, keep on participating in subsequent activities. And those of you who can still study, you can go and study and become professionals in this sign language training. So I wish you a nice afternoon. May God bless you. Succeed we must for God and my country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opening remarks. Our guests who have just entered, you are highly welcome to this event. As I told you that this is not just a graduation ceremony, but it is having two events that are coinciding. The sensitization event on the disability and special needs policy, as well as the graduation ceremony of the third cohort trainees. So because of that, allow me to invite our next speaker, who is going to present the Mass Inclusion Center concept, and that is Dr. Anki Weishe.
Okay, thank you so much, my co-MC. As Engineer Ank comes, I would like you to join me to welcome the following guests who are here with us. Our very own Madame Stella, who is the coordinator of sign language. Please wave to the people. And she's as well the warden. Yes. We are also blessed to have our Director of Studies Deputy, and that is Madame Maureen. Please wave to the people. Yes, these are the guests that have arrived so far. I hope we all know Madame Maureen. Please, in your capacities, you're very welcome. With us, we also have our instructor for the third cohort of the Ugandan Sign Language at Mbarara University of Science and Technology, and that's none other than Mr. Brian Sunday. Please wave to the people. Our keynote speaker, who is yet to come and give her speech, that is Engineer Ank. She'll be speaking more about herself. We are also having the representative from the Office of the Dean in charge of gender and equity. That is Madame Akelo. Please stand up wherever you are and let us get that chance to see you. With us, we also have the deaf community members. One of them is Madame Betty. Please. Yes, Madame Betty, you're welcome. Mr. Julius and Mr. Bugembe, you're very welcome. Please feel at home. At this point, I would like to hand over to our keynote speaker, Engineer Ank. Thank you so much for listening. Have your phones in silent mode, and let us be able to hear through the signs and through the different speakers. Before I leave this place, how many of us know how to say good morning in sign language? Yes, let's all do it at once. Good morning, okay? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Thank you so much. And that has not just been a way of greeting to us, it has been a way of communicating. Over to you, Engineer Ank, to take over. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nadon, you will interpret for me? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Let me explain before I'm mentioning, let me explain that this course is a close to me. For the people who don't know sign language, this is the correct way of interpreting. Why? So that the deaf community, the deaf people, see both of us in one visual frame. If I stand the other side, you can't concentrate. You can either look at him or look at me. But when I'm together, we are in the same visual field, and therefore the deaf community can pick the information from both of us. He signed on my emotions, my lip. Thank you. Let me now explain. This is a course, Cohort 3. Congratulations, we have finished Cohort 3. Give yourself a clap, you're Cohort 3. Brian, your stamina is very high, your power. Yes. 3 courses. But now, let's talk about how we can institutionalize putting sign language and other activities to make Mbarara University more inclusive Sign language is just one element. Therefore, we again as a SEM team sat down and say, we cannot have one course, another course, and keep coursing. No. We need to institutionalize, make it as part of the university. Why? Disability and inclusion is a legal requirement. And therefore, we sat together and have designed a concept called Inclusion Center. Let me briefly share with you the concept of Inclusion Center, the MUST Inclusion Center. The goal is to create a welcoming and supportive environment. Thank you very much, Brian. So, it's a welcoming environment to promote diversity and inclusion at MUST. The mission is to empower marginalized and underrepresented groups at MUST and create an inclusive environment. Oh, for online, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this microphone is for the online people so that it can hear better. For us, I think I can be auditable for this small gathering. The vision is to create MUST where every So what is the mandate of the center? The mandate is to provide accessible education. Some people need sign language interpretation. Some need large print. Some need braille. Some need access to the facilities. This is, for example, ramps and a wheelchair. Other supportive service. Some deaf people, some other disability holders maybe need other services which are in the moment is there but in a minimal place. So we need a center which supports providing, for example, guides for the blind, guides for the physically challenged people to reach the places where they're supposed to go, or other provision of prints for the lecturer and so on. Training and development. Inclusion is a subject. Inclusion is a skill set, and therefore we need to have short courses and trainings, including sign language and others, to actually make inclusion as one of the key elements of Mbarara University. Policy implication. Yeah, we have policies. They are there, nicely written. Do we implement them? Yes, we are trying. But through the center, policy advocacy can be increased, including lobbying for funding to include programs which we need. Some costs money. For example, there's a need for one student who has said he needs a hearing aid. Yeah, it costs money. Another may need a wheelchair. Whatever is needed, it costs money, so we need to lobby. Community engagement. For example, many deaf children are born by hearing parents. So why can we not have an evening class for the parents of deaf children to learn sign language? It's part of community outreach. Another way is to train parents of PWD children how to care better. So these are part of community outreach. So must focus on PWDs to mainstream disability issue in all university programs, to promote equal opportunity for all, to create conducive working and learning environment. Why working? Remember, maybe some lecturers are also people with disabilities. So it is lecturers and students, both sides to be supported. Promote care, diligence, and responsibility of all, staff and students. To ensure disability user-friendly environment. I know we don't have a hearing loop, for example. We don't have lifts in some of the buildings. Can we do something to be included, at least in the new buildings, to make sure these things are there? This is part of lobbying. Promote partnership and collaboration with stakeholders. This is also a way we can share our experience, provide support, and receive support. Undertake research in disability and special needs. Yes, we are a university of science and technology. Let's have some science also friendly to the supporting PWD, working with them, working for them, and for all. Remember, some of the disability-related science and technology is actually benefiting all. Remember the ramps. The ramps, you look at the Faculty of Applied Science, the lab block. The lab block has a ramp in the middle and stairs on the side. You see who's using ramps and who's using stairs. All of them using ramps because it's easier to walk up. Also in the lab or in offices, the ramps are used for heavy furniture movement. So it's not only for the wheelchair users, no. It's for everyone. Everyone can use it. You have a big suitcase, you want to roll it up, you use the ramp, you don't use the stairs. MUST is not badly off. MUST has done a lot. It's a good starting point, but we need to make it stronger. We have approved policies and guidelines for disability at MUST. They are online available. We have a focal person at the Dean of Students' office. It's a focal person, but so far not a specialist in disability and inclusion studies. It's not, but is a person of contact. It's a good start. Support students with special needs on government sponsorship. I have not yet really understood, but it's good to support all equal. If you are private or public sponsored, everyone should get access to the same support, including financial top-up of their stipend. And when you don't have the stipend, let them still get the top-up, because they all need it. Addressing students' needs, yes, it's done. Responsible accommodation, yeah, some ramps are built, some are not. And imagine when you are not easy to walk. I've seen in Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies, soon it becomes the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary. There is nothing, there's no ramp. Maybe now there is one on the side building, but in the main building there was none. And I've seen someone walking with a big stick and limping up, and it's real very tiring to access. Even our building of applied science building, it has a lift. It's very good. The lift is super. But because of the contemporary situation in Uganda of power cuts, power shortage, it's good to have both. Behind you have a ramp, and in front you have the lift. If the lift doesn't work, go behind, and the ramp will still reach you. But right now, it has a lift and no ramp. In future, when you do buildings, put both. The lift is convenient and it's good, but please, add a ramp always. Assume there's 1 week no power, how you use the building. There's a little budget. Kachi, small money. So we need to really allocate more funding to the inclusion and disability issues, because this is a legal requirement and it needs funding and focus. So an inclusion center will help to lobby this. Work plan is available, yes, with tiny activities. The Minister of the Guild Council has a disability minister. They are very good. This is a good point. And we are working with him. And thank you very much for him for his great work. And he's also attending our classes. The PWD representative of the council, yes, we have Mr. Ambrose. He is a deaf member of the council. He is representing the PWD, and he's there and regularly attending council meeting. MUST has a PWD association. It's very good, and these are the avenues of which we can channel support and channel lobbying. Our achievements so far, we have real good support from Cyber School. We got support for the physical courses, and we got support for the online course. So far, the online course we have today, I checked, today 246 online students, and that is from 150 from last year at the same time. 3 cohorts of sign language physical, and these are co-supported Cyber School and Mbarara University Dean of Students. So the objective of the center, to sensitize MUST management and community at large on reasonable accommodation. Provide guidance and counseling. Madame Maureen, you get support. When that center is up and running, you get specialists of disability who can assist in some elements of the student and staff counseling. To avail physical space for PWD studying and learning, we need some space where they can be themselves. You know, in MUST, there are few spaces for self-study. The classrooms are all booked. Sometimes we, as the sign language class, we are squatters. Today this classroom, tomorrow this classroom. One time in a student hostel down in the basement, we are not having a home. So the Inclusion Center will also provide a home for trainings and also for PWDs to have access to internet, computer, or specialized equipment like screen readers, whatever is needed in this center. Even the staff can use it. That's not only for students. To train staff continues on sensitizing and lobbying for inclusion. It's not common knowledge how to use an interpreter, for example. It's not known. How to work in an inclusive teaching environment, how to build your inclusive teaching environment. To collaborate with other disability support organizations. So Inclusion Center become a point of entrance to the university. Remember, any partnership needs a contact point or contact center. So for PWD and inclusion, it will be the Inclusion Center. To provide supportive environment for students and staff, as mentioned. Core function, awareness and education, also making workshops, trainings, providing resource material, advocacy, I've already mentioned, support service, counseling, mentorship, interpretation, research and assessment. Remember, some students need longer exam times. That's part of inclusion. The lecturers may not be aware that it's the right of the student to sit a longer exam. If you need interpretation or the prior or the law, there are different mental weakness. It gives many where students have to write for longer exam time. If it's 1 hour, they have longer. but lecturers may not be aware. It's very important. Community engagement, outreach, as I said, for example, the parents, the children, and some schools. Monitoring evaluation, yes, we need to make sure things are done right and well and transparent. Empowerment, networking, and inclusion center. We need physical infrastructure, important, to have a home, to have a place. There is space, but we need funding, so that means lobbying. Key service, communication support, for example, interpretation, facilitating access to community resources such as hospitals and hostels. Definitely we need to see that PW2 students have access to hostels, hostel space which is appropriate and accessible. Facilitating access to technology, software, hardware, devices, guidance and counseling service, we mentioned, and tutoring. Tutoring means getting some extra support in their studies. Can be of any what is needed. Training and workshops, hosting online resources and promoting expanding coverage. Information material development and sharing. Updated information and opportunity on disability. We can, for example, look for funding so that student clubs or staff or both of them can write grants to get support. And conducting accessibility audits, yes, is already done. Thank you, Stella, you're the one spearheading it. But now we have a home to do it in a center once it's built. So what is the functional concept? We have counseling rooms. Maureen, you will get a very nice room. You know, these counseling rooms have their own design. Your office is not a counseling room. No. I know how they look like, or you're supposed to look like. So, counseling rooms, several, not one. Seminar room for 100 bucks. Seminar room for 50 bucks. We have student reading room with internet access. Small group meeting space. This can be outside like roundels. So where students can access without booking. You just see it's free, you go. You have seen these roundels, for example, at University Inn. Something like this is free space. Anyone can use it. Quiet room for sensory breaks or relaxation. So these rooms, no talking, we just sit, we lie down and relax. These are quiet rooms. Baby and breastfeeding changing room. This is part of inclusion. Not all are disability. Some inclusion means also people like parents, mothers, breastfeeding children, changing the baby. So this is part. Office space, of course, we need to sit somewhere. Canteen. Personal assistant and driver lounge. At Mbarara University, DVC, at Mbarara University, where are the drivers sitting? They are sitting there somewhere on the pavement. I have some nice pictures about. So it's important to have support staff like drivers, like the assistants, to have a place to sit. It's a small simplified place, a lounge. Gym and indoor facility, assistive device workshop where can be some repair. Some of them are very future, but we have to mention them. A leisure park with 3 shades and seats. Now this is where where people can come without booking. Current partnership. So far we have partners. Cyber School, Chamboko University, National Union of Disabled Persons of Uganda, NUDIP, Uganda National Association for the Deaf, UNAD, and Uganda Association of Sign Language Interpreting, UNSALI. So these are the partners. Maybe there are more, but this is what I have listed. My challenge, I've already mentioned, is inaccessibility of physical space. Roads and connection. Imagine, even the new Chihumro, Mr. DVC, sir. Imagine at the new Chihumaro, there is no walkway. We are competing with cars. Can we have sidewalks for students and staff who are walking, for the Futsipishi users? And then we separate. We have a nice pavement and a little bit high, so the car cannot sneak in and knock your leg off, like you have. So a car will not dare to knock there. So we need walkways always. We are competing with cars, and it's real dangerous. That is part of accessibility. Unlimited access, limited access to accommodative communication, yes, already mentioned. Campus mobility device. We don't have linkages between the town campus and the Kuchumaro campus. There is no formal transport linkage so far. There is a private one with a bus, but not a formal. We may need in future, when people with mobility issue and have to go to two campuses, I mean students and staff. Both is always students and staff. Then in it, no strategy, little strategy on inclusive participation. We can elaborate. Low level of awareness and sensitivity. The local university community and stakeholder need to have established environment to enhance inclusion. The concept developed and presented here is a team effort. It's not a one-man or one-woman show. There are several brains come together and brainstorm several times. We had a retreat for 4 days, sitting down and just thinking about this concept. We have Mr. Emmanuel Chakaba, the Dean of Students, MUST. Our dear Stella Tushabe, Administrative Officer, since now you have a different job, it's called Waden now. Engineer Anke, that's me, Chair Innovation Business Management from Biotrack, Pharmaceutical Biotechnology and Traditional Medicine Center. You really wonder how come the Mufumo is now working on disability and inclusion. It makes people be confused, but don't worry, I'm always available for new things and unique approaches to improving the life of people. Sandy Brian, he's standing next to me, and a real thank you very much for your great work. He is actually the professional person in the team. He has a bachelor's in disability studies. He's a fully trained professional. We all are lay person in inclusion, but he is the professional. Thank you very much, Brian. You give us real the professional touch to it. For us, we are lay, but of course I'm reading a lot, so I'm also not too lay. Conclusion. MUST University has embraced some effort to provide special needs. Thank you very much. You real start. And where there is a good start, there is a good progress and a foundation to make it better. MUST admit some students with special needs, correct? Also important to note that special needs services are still a little bit weak. Existing infrastructure is a little bit, could be better. And human resource challenge, especially in the area of inclusion. We don't have a professional person in charge of inclusion and disability-friendly environment. It's not there at MUST. But in the program, in the policy, it's available. There's a sign language interpreter in the staffing, and the other persons for disability is there. But implementation is still behind its plan. Let's establish a dedicated MUST Inclusion Center with its own infrastructure, staffing, and vote allocation. You know what that means? Sente. Money. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best. Use your language skill. Use your skills. What you have in the head, no one can take from you. It is real yours. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, interpreter. I'm very glad to be interpreted by a professional sign language interpreter. I'm very glad, and thank you for doing your good work.
Thank you so much. A hand clap for engineer. Yes. When you're seeing those hands moving up like this, they are not just gestures. It's actually a communication. They are trying to say thank you. Yes. That is clapping, as Engineer Ank is doing. Yes. So please clap for Engineer Ank in the language we all understand. At this moment, I'm very honored to recognize the presence of our esteemed officials, our very own Professor Kamukama Nixon, our Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs. You're welcome. Yes, please, a hand clap in our language. Yes. These are the esteemed graduates, our DVCAA. These are our esteemed graduates of the Sign Language Cohort 3 of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. And the graduates of today embarked on a journey of learning sign language, not just to get certificates, as they'll be doing, but also to get a skill that is part of adding on the inclusion, as we all know that your presence here shows your support and your inspiration towards the students in a way of committing to inclusivity and empowerment of everyone. I would also like to welcome the Deputy Chief Human Resource Officer of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, our very own Mr. Tracy J. Patrick. You're very welcome. Please, let's welcome him in our way. Yes, you're welcome. And he's as well the chairperson of the Technical Committee on Disabilities. And at this very moment, without any other further ado, I would like to also introduce our very own Mr. Kaviji John. He has been a student of this very cohort. Please stand up. And as of today, he's the representative of the city town clerk. Thank you so much for coming. And we shall at this moment have a presentation from our instructor. Teacher Brian, are you here? Yes, we shall have a talk on sensitization and advocacy concerning sign language and gender inclusivity. Thank you so much. Yes, maybe just before Mr. Brian comes, I would like to request one student to come up front. Any student to come up? Yes, everyone is. Yes, come. This has been one of the most active students. He's called Kazibwe. Please come. I would like you in 1 minute to sing an interesting song in sign language, and we can be able to interpret it for you. Over to you.
The song was about baby Jesus. Baby Jesus, I love you. That was the song. Baby Jesus, I love you. And so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to observe the protocol because of time. Charlotte, keep there so that you keep scrolling. My name is Sunday Brian. I've been the sign language instructor for the last 3 cohorts. We have had very good stories from our previous cohorts. Our people are doing wonders out there in the field, and one has gotten a job from Kapchorwa. So as he was there, he was a nursing student during the interviews, and they were like, what else can you put on table apart from the skills you have? Apart from being a nurse, what else can you add to our hospital? And he was like, I understand sign language. They were like, are you sure? He said yes. They tested him and they realized he was able to interpret for a certain person, and he was given a job there and then. So we have had some good stories, especially even from our own students, medical students here around the referral. We have been there so many times. We have been called, and you realize that most of our students are also doing a commendable work in the hospitals there. Julius, Betty, you are aware of that. We have had so many patients, deaf patients, and they are being helped by our own students from the last 2 cohorts. So, before I start my presentation, I'm saying that you too can do it, and you can even do it better. And I'm glad to say that to you, Professor Nixon, our DVC, we had the biggest number from the medical school. People from the medical school, can we stand up? Let's stand up. Medicine, pharmacy, whatever, you stand up. So you can see almost making it a half. Thank you so much. You can sit. So we also had students from other faculties. For you, I'm sorry I may not be able to mention all of you, but you are there. We have people from the eye clinic up there. We have staff. Let's see staff. We have, Gillian, we have Rosette, we have Charlotte, we have Lydia. Yes. I know all my students by name. There is no student here that I don't know by name. At least that one I know. And we also have people who are not staff, but they are from the community. Alex, Anita, where are they? Anita is there. Anita works with TV West Vision Group, as well as Alex. Do we have any other person? Yeah. So, Madam Akero, we also recognize you. You started with us, but you were not able to continue. But we know in the next cohort, you will come and join us. So, today I'm going to talk briefly about sensitization and advocacy for people with disabilities. You scroll. So, our objectives are to sensitize staff and staff about disability inclusion, to promote positive attitudes towards PWDs, to identify barriers faced by persons living with disabilities at MAST, to advocate for policies and practices that enhance accessibility and inclusion, and also to learn few basics in Ugandan Sign Language. So, definitions. When we go to definitions, we have 3 major words here. The word in green, the other one is in yellow and red. And we are saying we have impairment. We also have the word barrier and then disability. I decided to make it like this because we always say disabled people, and that word to me it's a wrong word, because when you are disabled, it means you are not able to do anything for yourself. But remember, we are talented, we are gifted differently. So the word impairment is loss of function of a body part. So I will use an example of him. Come here. Richard. Yes, come. So I'm going to use him as an example, okay? Loss of function of a body part. So this man, Richard Bugembe, is actually a married man by church. He wedded. I interpreted on his function. He has a family, but he was born deaf. He has never had anything. So he has a loss of function of his body part, of which the part is the ear. Are we together? I wanted to bring it in this way. Now, the barrier is now, if Julius is seated here and we don't have a sign language interpreter, so that one becomes a what? A barrier. So when you combine the two, the impairment, the loss of function, he has no ears, but they are there. But the sense of hearing is not there. Then the barrier, he has no sign language interpreter to give him the information. Now he becomes disabled because he's not picking anything. Are we together? So, but when you bring him and you give a sign language interpreter, then he does not become disabled. That's why we say he has a hearing impairment. He's not disabled, but he has an impairment. And that's a language most people want. In the learning of disability, we want to use the word impairment because the word disabled is kind of a negative word. So you may go and sit. So that is it. So when you get a loss of a body part, maybe you have one leg to people who are physically impaired, and then you want to access a certain room where you cannot access, maybe because to access that room you need to jump. And for you have one leg, then we say you are now becoming disabled. But then when there is a ramp and you are able to access it, maybe with a wheelchair, then we say you have an impairment. Are we together? So we are saying examples of barriers. We have communication barrier, the deaf, where the deaf people use sign language. The blind people need braille writing. Actually, for me, I studied braille on my bachelor's because I knew sign language, so I didn't go for it. So braille is that writing that is used by people with visual impairments. Are we together? Physical accessibility, of course, steps for ramps. Ramps for steps. Okay? Have a ramp instead of the steps, because you are sure that even when someone with a wheelchair comes, he will be able to access the room. Attitudinal, discrimination and stigma, all that, you have learned about that. So many people living with disabilities, they go through that kind of stigma, but of course by the community. Socially, church, family meetings. So you realize that people who have disabilities or who have impairments on their bodies, they are not involved in church meetings. They are not supposed to take place, to take place or to be involved in decision makings of families because they think they maybe because he is deaf, so he does not have the brain. That's very wrong. Disability is defined as a substantial functional limitation in a person's daily life. You can read it for yourself. Inclusive education ensures that all learners, regardless of their ability, have equal opportunities. According to that Act of Uganda, People's Living with Disabilities Act 2020, it talks about all that. At MUST, sensitization is key to removing barriers and enhancing participation. At least we are happy that MUST is breaking some barriers. That's why we have this kind of course for sign language. I've seen people with visual impairments graduating from MUST, so it means at least it is including them. Categories, understanding disability. Now, in Uganda, we consider 9 different categories of disability. Physical, these are people, you have one arm, maybe one leg, or it is crippled or something like that. So what are the needs of these people? They need ramps, especially if they are, for example, they are moving in public buildings, public places. They need to be catered for. Visual are the people we call the blind, who need braille. They need white canes. Do you know a white cane? There are these sticks which people with visual impairments normally use when they are walking. Some people think they have sensors. So it's only to guide that person to something. In disability studies, we say, even if you see a blind person is going to, maybe if he's going to knock the table and he has not requested for your help, don't. You wait for him to request you for the what? For the help. But when you just come with your kajanja, let me lift you here, let's pass here, you may get disappointed, or they may abuse you. So, or you respect them, okay? Hearing, that is people living with hearing impairments, the so-called deaf. Intellectual, some of us, we belong here. Sorry to say. At P7, you are supposed to score a 4 in 4. That's why PLE, best candidates always have 4 in. How many had 4? Put up your hands. If you had 4 at P7, put up your hands, kindly. You have Charlotte, we have Kazibwe. Senior 4, you are supposed to have 8 in 8. How many had? 8 in 8? 9 in 8? Hawaii. 10 in 8? Now faith comes in. Then, what's your name again? Yeah, Jonathan. Now those are 10 in 8, at least. We got senior 6. 20 or 25? 20 in 20. Hussein, you had? Hussein had it all. So in intellectual, we say, we believe it's a disability because we don't get information at the same time. Some are time takers. Some understand from the chalkboard. Some read like 4 times. Others need weeks to read and understand one sentence, So that's where it becomes in a disability that you realize that if you are, for example, a lecturer, you need to give some students extra time for them to understand. Maybe you need to keep repeating and repeating and repeating, okay? So that is what happens with intellectual. Psychosocial, almost people who are mad and who forget very fast. In 1 minute, you are sent into the house, go and bring salt, you come back with sugar. Go and bring peanuts, you come back with beans. And someone is like, what's wrong with my boy? You go to the market, bring for me mangoes, blah, blah, blah. By the time he reaches to the market, he does not recall anything. So he comes back and is like, what did you send me for? You know, something like that. Albinism, yeah, these are people, I don't know the cause, that's a medical issue, or whether they lack melanin, I don't know, but this is how they are assigned, albinism, okay? So these people, you must know that, for example, as a lecturer, these people don't go to open sunshine. Sunshine affects their skins. So in most cases, they must put on capes. So you will find him in class and you're like, oh no, Mwana is very stubborn. Why are you putting on a cape when the rest of the class have no capes? So it is their need. They have a certain type of jelly which they smear their bodies to be there, to live. But it's also a disability. Deaf blind are people who are both deaf and blind. I've seen two in Ginger. Someone is deaf and at the same time is blind. They only benefit from tactile sign language. Where if when you are approaching that person, you always have a feature on your body. For example, if it's a watch and you come, then you must have that person touch your watch. Of course, they have the sense of feeling. Then they will know you are the one. So if next time you come and you remove the watch and then he touches, you will see that person putting the hand back because they know that is not the person that used it maybe to give me food or something else. That is for deaf blind. Then little persons. I have seen a picture today of a little person somewhere in a toilet, and these urinal bowels, and he's touching his head, and he could not ease himself in that bowl because it is as high as his head. So you realize that you need to think about all this. If you have a home, a very beautiful house at home, and you have your bedroom is in the second floor, and you used steps. So how about when you get to the age of 80 or 70? Will you be able to climb those steps? So how about you use the ramp so that you can buy an electric wheelchair which can always take you to the bedroom and brings you back. So all that's why we are talking about inclusivity. Some of you at 60, by the age of 60, these funny diseases come in. Diabetes, hypertension, and you become paralyzed. And you cannot access your beautiful bedroom. Then the woman sleeps there, then you sleep down with the shamba boys. Yet the mistake, the error is yours. You had all the authority to change that into, for example, a ramp or to make it accessible. I know of a certain LC5 chairperson who was told to build a ramp and he refused. After his retirement, he wanted to access the same office in the 4th floor, and he could not because he came in a wheelchair. And then he used to tell the PWDs that he will find them on the ground floor when he's going out, so they should wait for him at 4 in the evening. So when he came, they also told him the same. And then when he went to church, now he was giving testimony that I did this, but I think it was wrong. So when we are talking about inclusion and disability, we are all candidates. Anything can happen any day, and you be part. How together? So let's all embrace inclusivity and disability. So epilepsy is also a disability. It's considered a disability because someone stays on drug for the entire life. So you can only depend on the drug. Otherwise, you may not be able to live for 20 years. But when you are taken care of and you can be on drug for that, then you are good to go. Myths and misconceptions about disability. Common misconceptions. Bald heads. I've seen in this current this is a political season. Some people are standing on those specific seats for marginalized groups. Someone comes with his bald head and is like, because he has seen an opportunity there, I am a PWD. So he stands there. Missing teeth, ebyasha. That me, I lost my teeth here, or I have a big gap, so I'm a PWD. Mothers who have given birth by cesareans, C-section, they are not persons living with disabilities. Non-proportional body parts. Before, when I was young, I used to run. Now, I have grown breasts. They are too big. They can't allow me to run. So isn't this a disability? Am I not going to be with it? Eh? I have a big bum, so I can no longer run. So that is a what? A disability. It's not. Something that, it's not. Squinted eyes. Mbarara. Because you can look at that door in another direction. Someone can look at that door when he's facing this side, but the eye can't see there. That's not a disability, because you can still see, however much you have to change your body direction. So squinted eyes are not disabled people. Then lastly, which is also a bit confusing, is being impotent. An impotent man. Are they PWDs or they are not? They are. They should be. Why? They cannot do some things. Is it mandatory that you must do that thing? That's where my argument comes in. Is it mandatory? Not doing it should be optional. Well, being impotent is not disability, because it could be a medical issue. It could be a medical issue, and it can be rectified. Because from the study, some men at the age of 50 or 60, they become that. So does that makes them PWDs? Are these the type of PWDs we always see? Some people come and it's like, my disability is invisible, but me, I know I'm a person living with disability. So impotence is not being a PWD. So that's a medical thing. Respective languages. Kasiru, Echiteta, Echumuga. Now that is Runyankore. Echiteta is someone who does not speak and hear. Echumuga, that is someone who is maybe has issues with legs or arms. We have those common names. Butcherman. You hear someone saying, the other butcherman, Kakono. You have one eye and you are Kisho. Owebyasha. Mapengo. Sniper. Someone is saying sniper. Because of one eye. So you see, because you close one eye, then that is a sniper, sharpshooter. So that's not being, that's not good. Echumuga, kateta, echukuri. These little persons, short people. Empiche. Kuriya binechana chechi jizrachi. Oh, some lecturers are in the class, by the way. I remember in our school, primary, we had some teachers. You with one eye, come here. You with the big head. That's how they used to call us. You tell that one with one leg to come here and give us an answer. So we are saying let's use respective languages. Speak directly to the person. You want to talk to Bugembe or Julius or Betty, and you're like, Now, if I ask Betty, now can she hear me? talk to Betty. Now, tell Betty that I need her to produce this work. No, talk to Betty. Say, Betty, I need this work. Then the interpreter will tell Betty what the other one wants. But this is what I'm saying. Now, tell him that I want this. No. Talk to him. Talk to her and say, I want this. Then the interpreter says, okay. Then he interprets and the other one answers. Talk to them. Listen patiently and avoid interrupting. There are people who stammer. Someone speaks a sentence in the whole minute. Some words are not coming out. And the lecturer is, go to time gendo ture. Let's have another person. What are you talking about? You get? So it demoralizes in one way or the other. Some people with gaps, they lisp. Some people do, lisping is people who speak with the TH in their words. Something, H-thambi. What else? I'm hearing. Rispu. So they have that fee. So listen patiently and don't laugh at them. Instead, encourage them to do what? To speak. Respect personal space and assistive device. Like I told you, don't help a PWD if he has not told you to do what? Recently in campaigns in Kampala, I don't know, was electoral commission function. There was this little person, lady, who was going to take a picture with the president. And because of the way she was walking, I think she was, the SFC thought that she's delaying them. So a certain man grabbed her and carried her to the president. But this is an old woman, however much she's short. You are lifting a woman who is older than you. So it's kind of disrespect. Use touching their body parts, yes. A blind person is passing by and is a girl and say, and you are hitting the bums. After all, they are not seeing me. We are saying that deaf blind, you use tactile sign language. Then for you come, immediately you touch the breasts because they don't, they won't see you. No, this was, are we together? Be mindful of classroom interactions. Little persons, for example, you little person, why are you short? Are your parents also short? And you're asking such funny questions in class. We had one of the little persons in our last cohort, and he got a first class. He was doing laboratory science. Kasumba. He got a first class. He graduated with a first class. So he's short, but it doesn't. So let's have respect for them. Thank you. Another one. So respective to the next. So situation at must. Ank has talked about it. We have about 100. Actually, it's 111 PWDs, both students and staff. Staff are 14, and the rest are students. Okay? And are you aware that when you employ persons with disabilities, URA gives you some percentage of tax reduction? You are not aware? So when you employ them and you register them as PWDs, as your employees, to URA, you are given that tax exemption. Infrastructure improvement, Ank has talked about it. I won't go back to it. Limited assistive technologies like braille, screen readers, hearing devices, and sign language interpreters. In must, inclusion in extracurricular activities is improving through student initiatives. For example, the Uganda Sign Language course, and that's why we are here, isn't it? So let's clap for must. Yeah, at least even the baby starts by crawling. But must has put in place, disability policies are there. Even the inclusion center is already in the strategic plan. So Let's keep the fingers closed. Next slide. Next slide. So, these are the laws for, if you want to read more about laws for persons living with disabilities, you read Persons with Disabilities Act 2020 about fundamental human rights and freedoms of persons with disabilities. No discrimination, accessibility, and so forth, as you can read all of them. So, as must, it is also trying to make sure that some of these things are done. Next slide. In conclusion, disability can affect anyone at any stage of life. Members, let's read this together. Members, read. Clap for me. I've finished. So we are all candidates of disability. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop here. And over to you, Madam MC.
Thank you so much. Another hand clap for our very own Mr. Brian. We are very grateful to have such an insightful piece of work from you. May I see those who have been educated by this presentation? I'm requesting for a sign language interpreter here. Thank you so much, our dear graduates of the third cohort. This is Mr. Kazibwe. And make sure you stand this side. They were saying they can't see me over there. Thank you so much. A button. Yes, as I speak, I'm thinking that we have been joined by others. Members who have just joined us, you're very welcome. This function has been made even better by your presence. Amongst us, we have our city clerk representative, Mr. Kaviji John. Please come and give us a 5-minute speech in regards to inclusivity here in Mbarara. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Kaviji, 5 minutes, over to you.
Thanks, the MC. Our guest of honor, must staff in your respective capacities, the deaf community, my fellow graduates, congratulations. On behalf of the town clerk, who has not made it today, due to unavoidable programs, Madam Mbarara Justine wishes today's graduates a successful ceremony, and he thanks the MAST for the collaboration that has been in existence with Mbarara City Council, and also appreciate MAST for giving the community a complete, comprehensive citizens of Uganda who can go into the community with that inclusivity skills of sign language. As far as is concerned, all the staff that we have of MAST, from MAST, are making the services of Mbarara City with a different approach compared to the rest. Still, Mbarara City also has a hand in helping the PWDs, including the MAST PWD group, which is on the list of the last beneficiaries that got 5 million. And I hope, I don't know if it is part of this that is being in running, but it seeks, as the office of the town clerk, that if this program next time is to be done, we can also put in the proposal and what we have been doing so that this can be considered in the next beneficiaries that can benefit on that money. It's non-refundable and can help the community, like how we are going to be, how we are doing now. Mbarara State Council still seeks that the collaboration should continue with MUST for the betterment of our city and the Uganda at large. With those few, I wish you well, and I congratulate all the graduates present here.
Thank you. So as the event continues, be aware of the utilities around. There is Wi-Fi, the password just here on the board. Yes, and the places of convenience are just outside on the left. So allow me to welcome the class representative of Cohort 3 to come and give us a 5-minute speech.
Thank you so much. A very I wanted to check whether we are still together. As my senior teacher Brian was speaking, I happened to interact with a very significant person who is here with us, and he reminded us that there are 2 more disabilities that were to be included, that is neurological disability, particularly spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Is that true? Are we all informed or not? Okay, then there is another one of cerebral palsy. Maybe we'll do some research after here to make sure that we are as updated as today. Thank you so much. I'll use the 3 minutes very well. As a representative of the 3rd cohort of Uganda Sign Language at Mbarara University of Science and Technology, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our teachers. Our teachers included those in the deaf community. Please, I would request you wherever you are to feel appreciated. Thank you so much, for without you, we wouldn't have reached this far. As I talk right now, I'm representing our colleagues. I'm sure a lot is going through their heads, and they are wondering, what is she going to talk about? I'm just here basically to bring it to our knowledge that our dear DVC-AA, before you are the students of MUST, and these students are very passionate. Actually, we began as a bigger number from all faculties, but along the way, these are the ones who have made it to the graduation day. And I bring it to your attention that many are yearning, even for the next cohort, they have already booked to be a part of the next sign language class. So I thank you so much for the resilience. All the students, please give yourselves a hand clap. Thank you so much for being very patient with yourselves, with the teachers, and all our wonderful interpreters, that is Nabon and Sheila. Sheila in her absentia. Nabon, where are you? Yes, he's over there. Hand clap for him. The very first day we made it to class, everything looked strange until Nabon came in between to make things easier. I would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to Mrs. Stella Biarugawa. We are very grateful for you. For this is the lady who gave me an opportunity to attend this class, even when I was very late. I'm sure many of us have you all interacted with her? You have. She's a very wonderful lady. Together with Engineer Ank, who has been the heart of this initiative. Thank you so much. The students are grateful. And as I conclude, since I have 3 minutes, we stand ready to become ambassadors of inclusion. If you're ready to be an ambassador after here, please put your hand up. In all our endeavors, in all your capacities, I request us that we be the voice out there for inclusivity. And as I conclude, Mr. DVCAA, I would like to bring it to your attention that the policies of Mbarara University are very inclusive, especially to do with people with disability. And among them, please give that a hand clap. Among the few sections that I read, I think section 4.2 and 4.3, they talk about the need for a sign language interpreter and a sign language trainer. So just like any other person, I would ask, how much does it take, or how long, or the protocol that it takes to include or to have that implemented? Though since I'm not in those shoes, I would just leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening.
Right, thank you for the speech. Yes, so allow me to call the next speaker, who has been the main push behind this success, and that is a representative of the People with Disabilities Association, and I would like to give this opportunity to our dear patron, Madam Stella, to say something. All right. So let us have a speech from the DVCA.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates today. I hope you've passed. It's not a mean achievement, and we cannot take it for granted. The Dean of Students and your team, the Chief Human Resources Officer, represented by Tracy J. We have student leaders who are around. We have the students here. Our staff must. We have the team from the city, Mbarara City. We welcome you to Mbarara University of Science and Technology, where success is a must. I want to take this opportunity to thank Stella and your team, the dean, even the Dean of Students, for this wonderful work. Thank you for mobilizing our students and other interested parties to undertake this course. I also want to thank AETV. Thank you for the service. Yeah, because you may not be recognized, but your presence makes a lot of sense. Beyond this room, many people out there, they know what is taking place. And we thank you for the service you are rendering to Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Yeah, I've been told that this is the third cohort. Even I think the second cohort I was here, and it was a wonderful function. Please, the organizers, can you keep it up? Yes, of course, impairment, disability, barrier. Yeah, you see, God put every person in this world, but there must be a reason. God has your plan, every person's plan. Jeremiah 29:11 is very clear. There is always a way. Yes. So I've been made aware that the key issue is impairment, but if you are facilitated, it ceases to be, you are normal, you are enabled. So yes, being facilitated, it is key because there is no real difference, there is no discrimination, it is just a limitation which can be addressed. And of course, I don't want to forget Sunday, your lecturer. I hope Sunday people are passing. Do they have retakes? Okay, I think then every person can enroll and get. So thank you so much. We appreciate you as Mbarara University of Science and Technology. We are here to provide what we can. Inclusiveness is the way to go. Sign language is now a necessity. We have really to enable, to help students and people who are impaired so that they should be able to achieve their objectives. We have the goals and roles to achieve and perform in this world. And it's just a matter of facilitating each other to get where you are supposed to be. So it's a university's priority really to support the students, to the PWDs. The policy is very clear. It provides for that inclusiveness. And a good thing, we have 2 representatives on council. They are doing a wonderful work. Very active. Whenever the policy is presented or any even any decision to be made, they look at how do those people who are impaired supposed to be supported. So you are represented, you are not left out. Of course, the university does what it takes to sort out some of those issues. Of course, Anke is now called Asimwe because now she's a Munyankole, she knows Runyankole, and of course she presented an important paper. There were many issues and initiatives that have been pointed out. But of course, if you look at MUST, of course, we inherited those old buildings that never even provided for people who are impaired. But when you look at the current buildings that are coming up, at least there is a lift, there is a ramp. So it is trying to provide those services, the facilities, support the colleagues who are impaired. So we need now to stop assessing MUST basing on what we inherited, because definitely it can't be done, but we are trying to get out of that. Of course, we've been, in many ways, MUST is trying its best to help our children, our colleagues. Look at cyber school, of course, the 10 laptops and the training. We are behind all this because we are not different. You can imagine, according to Sunday, a person got a first class, a person who is impaired, but he was facilitated. So we as MUST, we have to do what it takes definitely to ensure that we get out of this. We are soon embarking on constructing the College of Health Sciences, and all this, of course, have been provided for. The ramp, the lifts, and so on. That is the way to go. Even the toilets, that is normally provided for. Even the parking, except that people who don't listen, they go and park there. And it's not meant for that person. You know, we are living in this society, but there are people who don't even understand what is. It's not yours. But you've parked in the wrong place and you don't want to listen. You've entered the wrong toilet. And the owner is coming, but for you, you don't. This is where we are. But we have to accommodate such characters and see how we can move. At least then first, there is a lift. There is a lift. FCI, there is a lift. At least these new buildings, the new library, Chumlo, there is a ramp. Even where Faculty of Business and FCI and fees are, there is a ramp. So there are some few buildings where we have some challenges. But the buildings that are coming up, definitely, it's a requirement, it's a must. That if you don't provide for that, definitely the city will not approve that. So let's work together to address some of these issues. But there are people who are impaired, but they don't want to come out. I saw yesterday when they talked about importance. He was saying, yeah, it is okay, it is true. So, of course, there are many, many issues that people that will claim A, B, C, D. But all the same, there is always the way if there is a will. Yeah. So, short courses are encouraged to bridge these gaps. Because now it is even in church, schools, graduation, we had a team. That is okay. That is the way to go. Now we are in an era of competence-based learning, where skills are encouraged. What can you do with what you know? That is the way to go. It's the world of application. And this is one of the ways to apply what you know, additional skills. Let me tell you, certificates and whatever testimonials are now becoming irrelevant. According to competence-based education, the question is, what can you do in the real world as you address the real world problems? It's not about distinctions, it's not about A's, but what can you do, your relevancy to the society in addressing those problems that are disturbing the communities. Are you relevant to the current generation, the future? That is where we are going. So with this sign language, definitely that is where to go, because you are coming in to bridge the gap. There used to be very few. But now we are getting many. And I've seen some of our products on TV or elsewhere, everywhere, earning an extra income. That is really a big, big achievement. So can we take that direction? Besides what you are doing, what is the value you are adding to yourself? It's about skill. Officers are becoming now irrelevant. The other day, we were in the process of reviewing all our curricula And if you cannot teach students how to tackle the real world problems because you are not skilled, pack your bags and go home. Because now, 2027, we are receiving a cohort, students who have undergone through competence-based. And here we are, some facilitators are armed with yellow notes. You know yellow notes? The person has been using the same notes for the last 20 years. When I was at the university, some of you are not yet born. That's the time when there was only one university. In the Faculty of Technology, there was a professor teaching, but one of the students was not writing. The professor got concerned. What's the problem? You are not writing my notes. A student said, I have the notes. Where did you get the notes? You taught my dad. You taught my father. That's what I mean by yellow notes. It's no longer what you've written. It's no longer about the good notes you are having. It's about the skill, competence-based. I can afford even to complete a 3-year program in 2 years so long as I've acquired the skills. That one will graduate, and for you who have not yet acquired, mastered the skills, you remain there. You can even take 10 years because you have not yet acquired those skills. Yes, MUST is much willing to support, but we have issues of budget constraints. Seals, fixed seals, the ceilings. The government says this is the amount you are supposed to use in the entire year. Work within those seals. That means you have to work within the means. So, in some cases, you have to bear with us, but to work together and struggle together because there is a challenge of resources. It's not like oxygen. You know, some of you don't know that oxygen is important because it is free. You are just getting it for free, but let them put a cost there, a price. And we start moving around with containers. Then you begin begging. Mine is about to get finished. This. You see, we are lucky. So let's work together. It's a general problem. It's a financial challenge. We are living, we are working within what the government gives us. I know there is a lot that can be done. You need a lot, the way Anke was pointing out some of those issues, but we need to go through. But, of course, we must look at our work plans and work within our means. So Stella and your member who at council, please, when it is the budget time, bring those issues. Shout. You know, here in some cases you don't get what you deserve, but you must negotiate to get what you want. Engaging, lobbying, that is now the language we know. I'm going to Kampala to lobby. See, that's the whole thing. So please, let's you Stella and your colleague. You can lobby, continue lobbying when it comes to budgeting. Point out some of those issues, and present the achievements so far, so that the leaders should know what is taking place. And again, I liked Anki's proposal, how to engage international bodies through proposal writing, grants writing. the cases are very clear. There could be people out there who are willing to provide resources. So, besides what you are doing, you can now have a team and start writing, embarking on grant writing. And you will be shocked. Resources will be released. You will come here and then you will enjoy and come up with your home and many, many issues. So just get the brains. And we have Anke here and the team. There are many, many issues that can be tackled. And through a good proposal, resources can be secured. So let's not leave that issue. Let's bring brains together, and a lot can be achieved. Then the government, even the MPs, they're there. Why can't we use these MPs? Except that after people have reached there, now they forget the electorate. And we are now receiving them. We have started seeing them. They are back now. After that, then after 5 years, that's when you'll see them. So please, can we take an advantage of those key people so that they can help us to address some of those issues? Because what is important, what we want is money, that's all. You know, when you have money, then you have plans, you become busy. It's like now if you give like 200 million to Mr. Twesije, you say, I have an appointment, you will not see him here. Money gives you a program. You will not see him here. You become a busy man. You will not get him even 5 minutes to sit here. So let's try as much as possible to look for the money so that we address the problems that are affecting us, and we address the issue of impairment, because that's where there is a limitation. Definitely, the Vice Chancellor missed this function. She was much willing to come here, but she's held up in Kampala here in several meetings. But she's aware of what is taking place, and probably next time she will be here to join you. I want to thank you so much. And the message is very clear. MUST is ready to support you and will continue to support you because the policies are in place. The literal resources is always shared with you, and we shall always work with you. We are here to achieve the objectives and the goals and strategic direction of this university. We are all in it. We must work together as a team to get where we are supposed to be without leaving any person behind, because we are all important. Succeed, we must. I have not introduced myself, and that is my weakness. I'm called Nixon Kamkama, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs. I'm just remaining with 2 months to make 10 years in MUST. Haven't I served? Clap for me. Thank you.
So thank you very much, our DVCA. We hope to leave MUST with sign language institutionalized someday. So we are going to the last item on the program, which is certificate award, and then we are going to have a group photo laterwards, and after we are going to end the event with refreshments. So allow me to invite Mr. Brian to come and take over the issuance of certificates. Okay. Also, Miss Ank. And the DVCA, I would like you to come forward and we offer certificates. Yeah, and she said, I asked her. So you could have the mic.
So, members, when I read your name, as I read your name, members, you come here for your certificate. And let's try to be quick. The first certificate goes to Mr. Mushabe Dennis. Hey, he's the one here. So, I'm giving the certificate to Yes, that is Mushabe Dennis. Eric Nyonsenga, you should be following him. And be quick. Let's try to be quick. Where is Eric Nyonsenga? I've seen Eric around. Matthias Mugumya. Matthias Mugumya. Should be followed by Apio Bernadette. Yes. Yes, Apio Bernadette. Thank you. Apio Bernadette should be followed by Atkunda Anita. Kindly don't go after receiving your certificate. Atkunda Anita should be followed by Namugambe Shakira. Congratulations. Where is Namugambe Shakira? I've seen her around. Kabarunji Promise should be the next one. Kabarunji Promise should be. Make sure you take a picture with DVC. Besije Godwin. Besije Godwin. Yes. Kitesi Ami Gabriela should be the next person. Your friends are congratulating her. Kongs Gabi. We have Hipagiba Susan. Hipagiba Susan. Congratulations, Susan. Eric, I have not called you. Susan is a South Sudanese national in Uganda. Congratulations, Susan. Nancha Aris. Nancha Aris, where are you? Where is Asinguzi? That one is not around. Okay. Yes, let's read another name. Aris should be followed by Lydia Jori Ninsima. That's our staff. Lydia. Natkunda Bridget Martha should be the next person. Congratulations, Lydia. They are asking, did you pass? So you may answer that question. Yes. Yes. Nasa Sylvia should be the next person. Nasa Sylvia. Congratulations. Hussein Jaza should be the next person. Sylvia is here. Hussein should be followed by Asio Elizabeth. Yes, Elizabeth. Congratulations, Hussein. Akankwasa Alex is not here. Murunji Prosi Frowi. Where is Murunji? Yes, congratulations. She's there. Members, let's try to be quick. Kokwezi Gillian. She's our staff. Congratulations, Gillian. The question is, did you pass? You answer. Yes. Tukahirwa Rosette is also another staff member. Should answer as well. Yes. She works in the AR's office, actually even Gillian. Bira Karen. Bira Karen, where is Bira? Bira is not here. Oh. Onen Jonathan Obong should be following Bira. Thank you, Bira. Congratulations. Yes, thank you. Namutebi Monica. Congratulations. Namutebi Monica. Monica is a class president for the medical students, year 4. Kugonza Phoebe. Kiyimba Trevor. Trevor, be quick. Congratulations, Trevor. Igabi Emmanuel should be the next. Igabi Emmanuel. I've seen him around. Yeah, he's here. Karumba Akram. Where is Karumba? Yes. Karumba is there. Kayondo Swabra. Congratulations, Akram. Kayondo Swabra is the next. Bernard Owoli. Senge Peace. Where is Peace? Why so many flowers to Peace? She's Peace, Okay. Namugaya Kevin. Namugaya Kevin. I've seen her around. Kevin is a 5th year medical student, bachelor's of medicine and bachelor's of surgery. Kavij John, our guest of honor now. Yes. Ankunda Keira should be following him. Congratulations, Kevin. Congratulations, John. Congratulations, Keira. Muangus Emmanuel. Her. Yes. Emmanuel, you should be dancing to that song. Yes. Congratulations.
Say they not believe us. When I got the bless us.
Congratulations, Kenneth. Kaswishi Florence.
Say they try their best to the pressure.
Hey, she's a GRC. She's a mama. Yes. Kaswit Florence. Congratulations, Kaswit. We have our one and only Kazibwe Bernard Yebeth. Hey. Our story interpreter. Congratulations, Kazibwe. He has been an interpreter, a comedian. Hey. Very smart, very supportive. Thank you, Kazibwe, and congratulations. Sabina Knight. Yes. Akando and Timothy Aldo, the smartest boy. That's Sabina. Sabina, is that your certificate?
Every day I'm up to something. So far, so good. I'm up and grateful. I remember
Akile Asenat.
when guys
Where is
were
Asenat? Arido. Timothy Akandonda. That's for Athena. Arido, that's your not your certificate, but for the purposes of pictures. So that's for Athena. So Athena, come for your picture. After you have already had the picture, you may go. Okay, one more. Okay, Athena, she's there. She's a master's student, business psychology. Yeah. Kisembo Felix. Where is Kisembo Felix? Yes, our man. Yes. Kisembo Felix. Congratulations. Faith Batamuliza Nakato. Batamuliza Nakato Faith. Yes, congratulations, Faith.
Them out the sharp like scissors. Say they try their best
She
to
should
the
be
pressure,
followed by
but I live my life
Atukuri
as a
Samantha.
nobody. I live my life 'cause peace of mind is
Congratulations, Samantha.
underrated, oh. That's why
Samantha
I'm
should be followed
patient,
by
oh. 'Cause I know my
your
time is
Elvis.
now. When nobody
Where is Elvis? Yes. That's Samantha Atakuri. Then that is Elvis. So Narwonga Matilda Kafuruma. Yes. Congratulations, Matilda. Taliambiri Aaron. Where is Aaron? Yes, Aaron, you were even supposed to sign here. I don't know where you hid yourself. Congratulations, Aaron. Taliambiri Aaron. Kobwesije Shiro should follow. Where is Shiro? Yes, Kobwesije Shiro. Tidamlara Isaac. Congratulations, Shiro. Congratulations, Aaron. That's Shiro. Tidamlara Isaac. Yes.
Magic.
Yes.
Hey.
That is Isaac Atwile Prima. Mother Mary.
If not 10 years, he could take.
Tumuhirwe Charlotte.
Be like my fire.
Tumuhirwe Charlotte. Our MC. Congratulations.
Where you there? She a fit see you today.
The
Your
flowers
body
are
feet
also
cutting
there.
my wire. All over you to
Nabu
find.
Kenya, Josephine Sophie should be the next.
Body sweeter than turkey. Slowly roll
Yes,
it down.
congratulations,
like
Sophie.
No, they take on far from
Present
me. Shawty
Asas
go
Labo.
down for me. Waiting go so
Yes,
far.
the
now
guy in
money.
red.
Girl, nobody solo me. You're too short enter for
Sophie.
me.
Yes, Asas Labo, Present.
All over,
Congratulations, Sophie and Present. And finally, Kasasa Nakato Dokas. AKA. Yes. Congratulations, Nakato.
So you go there beside me, yeah. Me never see this kind of love, yeah. You make me want.
Oh, Neon singer Eric. Eric, now come. I know Eric was almost running away. You were the first.
I give you look back
outside.
and Gucci.
So Eric,
The way
Neon
you
singer
get down,
is the last student.
stupid, yeah. Chop banana
That
like
I should
monkey,
add that he's
but
from
it's sweeter
Rwanda.
than turkey. Slowly roll it down.
So
like
congratulations,
toasty.
Eric.
No, they take on
So
far
we
from
go for the teachers, people who have helped us for sign language. Africano Emmanuel is not there. Bugembe Richard. Yes, he's deaf. He has been very helpful in this. Akampwera Shira. Where is Shira? She's not here. She had traveled. I thought she has come. Julius Mutagubia. He has been a wonderful teacher. Yes. Ivan Tukundan is not there. Then Tumukunde Nabon. Go for your certificate now. Engineer Anki Wishai. come for your certificate. You have been very helpful in this. We have a certificate for the Dean. He's not here. We have a certificate for Dr. Martha Choshaba. She's not here. We have a certificate for Madame Stella Dusabe Byarugaba. Yes. We have a certificate for Madame Maureen Kahima. She has just gone out. And lastly, we have a certificate for Sunday Brian. Back to the MC. We have a certificate for Madame Betty Chogabibe Chomoendo. Yes. So that's Betty. She's deaf. She has been very helpful in this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this. Back to the MC. Charlotte. Tell us what is next on the agenda.
Thank you so much, our facilitator, for the certificate distribution. I believe all of us are happy and overjoyed at this moment.
Members, our certificates are lacking the signature of the AR, isn't it? So we are requesting that after we take photos with our certificates, we correct them for the AR to sign. Are we together? Then we shall plan and we see how to deliver those certificates. Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to invite all of us to take our stations at the poster over there. Can we all see where my hand is pointing? There is a poster over there for Ugandan Sign Language. We are going for a group photo right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's all stand up as the music interlude happens. Yes, our dear DVC AA, before you leave, kindly be a part of us as we take this group photo. Yes, it's over there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move as fast as we can as I hand over to the DJ.
If a girl worry me, I delete her. Put her inside the bin bag. So why won't she be beater? She ordered a good man, but she got a bad man. She not feel live without social media. Stalking me with a Finsta, yeah. And she dey try make me a mister. Anybody got time for that, Tamina? As you can see, you need plan B. Pregnancy is not for me. Tread carefully, rationally. No try put me for trouble, girl. She asking, boy, what are we? We better be what we have been. No stress me, no fast forward me. She want tackle me with a dream bull tete. And I dey ball like JJ. I dey play home and away. And I dey give them gege, gege, tete. Me with a dribble JJ. And I dey bring my A game. Cause I dey give them gege, gege. She want to dance with kukuruku. Next thing she wanted me to. If it is impromptu, she still coming through. She also gives emotional support too. These girls don't know what they want. Sometimes they want love, also want to do short time. You can't love me, you just they waste your time. Anybody got time for that time, you know? As you can see, you need plan B. Pregnancy is not for me. Tread carefully, rationally. No try put me for trouble, girl. She asking, boy, what are we? We better be what we have been. No stress me, no fast forward me. She want tackle me with a dream bull tete. And I dey ball like JJ. I dey play home and away. And I dey give them gege, gege, tete. Me with a dribble JJ. And I dey bring my A game. Cause I dey give them gege. Give me with a dribble tete. And I dey ball like JJ. I dey play home and away, and I dey give them gege. Me with the dribble JJ.
Modernization, chicken from one pressure, street orientation. Modernization, from one pressure. All my niggas sharp proper. All my niggas sharp proper. Cover face like badger. Get feel like but we know they cup. Sit up boss them tap tap tap. Pass all the shit rababa. Omo ijo rababa. Feeling good banana. Music don't need permission to enter your spirit. Anyway, anyhow, you know say you go feel me. Music don't need permission to enter your spirit. Yeah. Anyway, anyhow, you know say you go feel me.
Ebuchika tokawa, wabadni iwaba, living like no other. Ewanya na kwachu, nyapi do bawagibe. I don't need talk and you go no feeling good banana.
Pray for you, make you Baba God bless you. I never forget you, I gon' forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you, now me be your friend indeed. The money don't show now, I don't keep some for you. You know go so far, cause anything I get now for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it feel like say nobody sent you. That's one lie I did for you, my friend. Oh, Remy Atata, you always stay in my mind. Adimi gone.
Yes, at this moment, I would like to recognize the presence of our guild president, Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Yes, our president, our guild president, you're highly welcome, and we would like to invite you for a photo shoot at this moment. Thank you so much. Music.
Kubagana na linkulaba ne muchiloto ngote magana na linkulaba okuleka wabo ne fata kwere na linchibala olika fana nyakalunja kanyuma kulaba oh yeah lero mukwano nkulanga njagala bakimanye yona Uganda njigamba omukwano gwo gwansonye I'm keeping your love on yange omutima n'omwoyo wambonase kubanga love woman nawe yali good idea, nice idea. Bawasala wakulonda nze. Good idea, nice idea. Bawasala wakubawa nze. Yali good idea, nice idea. Bawasala wakulonda nze. Good idea, nice idea. Bawasala wakubawa nze.
Kill him with it. Omega come kill him with it. See me baby kill him with it. Boy your love give me overdose all over. Body good sweet like commando masuka. Mochifuba cho pilo. Me love your love kilo. Manabala la zero. Bali pilo casa zero. So many will come and go. Na yomu kono mwana guampalo. Booty we chula gendo tupa show. Come see your baby mama eat a triangle. I am in the mood. Can I see you tonight? Wagala baby. for life, baby for life. I can't go there tonight. See you tonight. Ninkukunda for life, baby for life.
Okantambira bojo wakandida, okanchiza kurara fansida.
They can't wear mamzikazi, and I swear by it. Ora dire neche ya miisa.
Njine ijo chebere, ogo music ni bukwita. Omushonje ni bukwita.
Baby, yo, on mom gajunka oyo. Don't wetenga video, yerebe ndio awe.
Baby, yo. Baby, yo. So we call it a yeto kwata video. Boka kafu watching a bintu yo. Can I see you tonight? See you tonight. Wagala baby for life. Baby for life.
I can't go there tonight. See you tonight. Ninkukunda for life, baby for life. Was it right?
Y'all come kill him with it. Kill him with it.
Gentlemen, it's so good to see you today. Now let me introduce to you the collaboration of the year.
Leave keys. Oh yeah. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad. I don't know what's over me. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm wild. I don't know what's over me. I don't know what's over me. I'm overthinking everything. At time me feel like nobody can understand the way I feel. Cause I am fucked up totally. I don't know how to keep company. So I've been drinking cognac. I've been drinking too many shots of cognac. One for the belly, another for the broken hearts. 3 for addition 4 so I don't go back. Looking for somebody who can watch my shoulders, so I can never be sober. I can never be sober. Oh, yes, I did it. How many million I make for a living? When my little bit I'll post for the biggie. Let the camera like hit my titty, you know. Nobody's better than me. Nobody's better than me. I do it differently. Everybody can see, but I don't know what's over me. I'm overthinking everything. At time me feel like nobody can understand the way I feel. Cause I am fucked up totally. I don't know how to keep company. So I've been drinking cognac. I've been drinking too many shots of cognac. One for the belly, another for the feel like nobody can understand the way I feel. Cause I am fucked up totally. I don't know how to keep it. Never you cannot deny me. Now for me, I go fight for this your loving. Fine, get it walk by me like I messy up on me. I know my actions got the worst up on me. Look like the devil take this moment from me. Not to follow the gas, now you fast, now you take my heart go. If I ask, say me, I lose on you. My mistress, take all my money and go. Not to follow the gas, now you fast, now you take my heart go. If I ask, say me, I cheat on you. My mistress, take all my money and go. Go out the girl, feeling me, I'm a die before my time. Feeling me, I'm a die before the sunset shines in the morning, girl, before you wake up. Go out the girl, feeling me, I'm a die before my time. Feeling me, I'm a die before the sunset shines in the morning, just before you wake up. Go out the girl, feeling me, I'm a die before my time. Feeling me, I'm a die before the sunset shines in the morning, girl, before you wake up. Go out the girl,
Feeling me, I'm a die before my time. Feeling me, I'm a die before the sunset shines in the morning, just before you wake up.
Jolly, baby, we for the relationship. I try convince, baby, tell me say no vacancy. I don't notice, say you want to do me wait and say, but the God forbid, baby, contemplate me say over, my body out for you.